Welcome back to the courtroom, where tension runs high in the battle between YPF 16 LLC and Kiara Fleming. On one side, a landlord demanding over $4,200 in unpaid rent. On the other, a struggling tenant, freshly employed, fighting to keep her home. At stake, more than just money, it's stability, shelter, and survival for a family. Stay with us, because what unfolds is a dramatic clash between legal obligations and human hardship.
YPF 16 LLC versus Kiara Fleming. Parties have returned. Mr. Pantera, you were in the middle of your statement, sir.
Yes, her current balance is $4,123.39. Court costs of $175 for a total of $4298.39. She's been in rapid rehousing where SOS has been paying her portion and she's supposed to pay the rest. She has never made a payment. I reached out to SOS. They tried to reach out to her, and it's my understanding that the rapid rehousing ends at the end of July. So in August, she's going to be responsible for the whole thing herself. She hasn't filed a rental assistance form. I don't think it's a tribal issue. In fact, we would ask the court for a judgment.
All right, ma'am, what did you wish to say?
Anyway, like I was saying, SOS was paying my rent for 3 months without me having to pay anything. Like I told Ms. Terry through SOS that I ended up losing my job, and I wasn't able to pay nothing at the moment. And I'm just now getting a job, and I wasn't able to pay nothing until today. But
here we see Kiara trying to explain her situation. She's been relying on SOS housing assistance, but the safety net is quickly disappearing. The landlord insists she has never made a payment, while Kiara counters that she mailed in forms and is scrambling to get multiple agencies involved. Notice the judge stepping in firmly when Kiara interrupts, a reminder that in court, timing and respect are just as important as evidence. What do you think?
yeah, and I sent in my SER through the mail. I didn't know I had to come and actually bring it in. I don't have a car, so anytime I go anywhere, I have to get on a bus with my children. So I don't know if you're able to, if they bring the mail to y'all, but I definitely sent the SER to this courtroom with the judge with your name on it, Cedric Simpson.
Did
But SOS doesn't stop. She said that I already filled the paperwork out yesterday when she came. They pay August, but after August, I won't be getting no more help from SOS. But I reached out to Hawk. They're able to help, and I did do an SCR with my caseworker, and I have an appointment with my caseworker on Monday for help, so I can get help with my rent. And I'm able to pay altogether $900 today, but that's all I can afford.
well, if we get to August 1st, then August rent is going to kick in, which means you're not going to be able
No,
to
August rent is paid by her, by SOS.
I'm going to let you finish because I'm not going to be interrupted again.
I'm sorry.
So what else did you want to say?
That's all I had to say. That's what I said. It was already paid. August month is already paid. That's why she came over yesterday and I filled out the paperwork. So August month to be paid. After August, September, I won't be getting no help after August, is what I'm telling you.
If SOS pays in August what they paid in July, it would be $650 on a $1,300 apartment, which would mean she'd be responsible for the other $650.
That's not true.
But even without, let's assume that for the sake of argument that SOS is going to pay the whole thing. She still has a $4,200 balance, and I don't think there's any way that's going to be paid. And she hasn't filed the form, even though the previous person heard you just fine last week when you said we get it here within 5 days. It wasn't here within 5 days. We'd ask for a judgment today.
I did turn it in within 5 days. You said turn it in Wednesday, which I did turn it in Wednesday. And who is he to say that I won't have all of it paid? Like, you don't know that. I didn't know I can get as much help as I did until I reached out to all these companies. And I was unemployed for a while, which I just got a job. I just started working 3 weeks ago. So this is my first check. You have to wait 2 weeks in a hole to even get your first check.
This moment is pivotal. The landlord, though frustrated, actually offers a small lifeline, suggesting the judgment could be extended until August 4th. But when the judge rules, he makes it clear Kiara now owes $4,298.39, due by that exact date. If she can pay, she redeems the property. If not, possession reverts to the landlord.
I'm willing to extend the judgment, normally be the 28th. If we were to extend the judgment to August 4th.
There's no tribal issue for this court in regard to this case. I'll grant a judgment court possession with the redemption amount of the $4,298.39 with the writ to issue August 4th, 2025. Thank you.
Can you tell me exactly what does that mean? So I can have
I
it.
just issued a judgment, the 4,298.39 will need to be paid on or before August 4th of 2025. I've done it that way because if I grant an adjournment in this case, quite frankly, whatever the dispute is with the August rent would be added on to this figure, which I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a benefit that if you can find the funds to get this paid, you only have to pay this amount. Does not include anything for August.
Okay.
All right, so you have to the 4th to get it paid.
Yeah, but last thing I gotta say is that when I talked to my SOS worker, Ms. Terry, our agreement was for her to pay the full amount because she know I'm not gonna be able to pay the full amount. The money that I have now is going to be towards to the money I already owe. So August is already gonna be paid. Like the full amount is gonna be paid, so I won't have to worry about August.
And there it is, judgment entered. The clock is now ticking for Kiara. Pay over $4,200 by August 4th or lose possession of her home. Despite her pleas and promises of assistance, the legal system requires certainty, not hope. This case highlights a painful truth. When financial hardship collides with contractual duty, the court's ruling can mean the difference between stability and eviction.
You're not hearing me.
I'm hearing what you
Issued
said.
a judgment. I'm not dealing with August.
I know that. I'm just letting you know for sure that's gonna be paid. That's all. But thank you. Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Won't stop.
Nope, doesn't work.
Don't understand.